Hey everybody, welcome back to Vista View in Planet Coaster. My name is Shadow Phoenix and this is part of the Vista View series, obviously. It is November 17th and today is the Planet Coaster anniversary, and I thought this would be appropriate to go back to Vista View on this day since this is the park that I started playing back when the game actually was released. Now, obviously, I did have the alpha. I didn't play the alpha much. I did play some of the beta, though. Started playing into beta. And this was something I didn't actually start until after the game actually came out with every feature that was there on release. And then, of course, as some of you know who've been following the series, I lost everything when I accidentally saved over the park. So I had to start over, which started this series here, which is the Vista View 2.0 build. And it's actually quite nice because I have all the new features and stuff that we could do. So I being able to start over, I was able to make a lot nicer things. So let's kind of talk about what we are doing right now. We finished up the left side of the front of our main street. And now I'm kind of going back here on the back of it. And this is where you kind of first start seeing where we're building more of a village type area instead of an actual main street. I mean, yeah, you have the main street that runs up the middle, but I've basically turned the entire center of the front of the park into like this little alpine village type thing. You guys will see a lot more of this once we get on to I said this was the left side earlier, didn't I? This is the right side. So once I get into the left side of the building and everything, you guys will see a lot more of this. And again, as I discussed in the last few episodes, a lot of this is based on like different Disney architecture and just images and stuff that I found when I searched for alpine architecture, Bavarian architecture, Bavarian buildings, things like that. I did a lot of research on this stuff, and a lot of this is actually based on either actual parks or actual buildings that exist around the world, not just in like alpine areas, but I mean there are other places right here in the United States that actually have quite nice Bavarian architecture, and they're kind of cool to look at and everything, and I draw a lot of inspiration from all of that. So what we are doing, what this area here is, this is the back of the gateway between the actual main street onto the right side of the park. So instead of like having to go, you can get over to this part by going to the right instead of hitting the main street, or you can go to the end of Main Street and make a right. But there also, I wanted to have a place right in the middle of the town where you could go, like right in the middle of the street, where you could also go across. So that gives you three options on both sides of the street to get to the left or right, and it makes for great like pathfinding for the AI, things like that. Sorry. I seem to have the hiccups. Okay, so, but yes, so today is the Planet Coaster anniversary. The game has been released for over 1 year now today. And of course, as you all know, we are all looking forward to the next update, which is coming next week. I personally can't wait. I'm looking forward to trying out the Cascade water coaster. The Leap the Gaps is something I will use when I do my next challenge park after I get done with Whitaker Lake. Let's see, what else? Zenith I will probably use at some point. I just don't know where. One feature I'm looking forward to is the changing the coaster cars, the interchangeable coaster cars. That's going to be really cool. Now that we actually have a list of all the cars and stuff that can be changed, though, I am kind of a little bit disappointed that we can't change the cars from the Torque to some of the other tracks and stuff like that I want to do. Such as like putting the D-Gen or the Aero cars on the Torque track would have been nice, because we could create like those old Schwarzkopf loopers, or those old the original Aero loopers, where they just were like one-trick ponies. They dropped off the top of a track into a loop and then did it again backwards. The Torque lets you do that really, really well, but it's not something that I want to use those F1 cars for. You can switch the Torque cars out for other cars, but they're not really as nice. But yeah, I kind of wanted to use the Aero cars for that. But yeah, we don't have that ability. Hopefully, they will look at that and add that later, because I'm not the only one that was looking for this. There's a few other people on the forums that were also looking for that. Let's see, what else is coming? New management features. We are also getting the curves and barriers, which I'll probably be able to use those. I was hoping for something a little different. I was hoping that we would have like actual like little blocks or something that we could put down around the sides of the paths or something like that. Instead, we just got these like two things, but you can place them under the paths to keep your peeps from going where you want. So it's still usable. I will most likely use that in some places since they got rid of the bear trick, the little like barrel trick, I guess, that people were using, the potted plants and stuff. They were putting those underneath the path to keep people from going places. And Frontier said they got rid of that, yet it still kind of works. So, or at least it does for me. I've noticed it working, so I don't know why they said they got rid of that when it still works, but I don't quite understand. Alright, so the ride that you're seeing here is the Waltzer, and the Waltzer was created by a longtime Roller Coaster 3 guy on Shy Guys World called Fisherman, which I didn't actually realize this until I was looking at Fisherman's thing the other day and realized, oh wait, he did that, because I think it's listed under the workshop under a different name. And it's just this really cool, it's the Tilt-A-Whirl, but the Tilt-A-Whirl is just perfectly designed as this old style ride called the Waltzer. And it's got these little like organs, pianos and stuff on each side of it, and it fits this whole area perfectly. Now on each side of this path, I kind of did like a little half circle kind of area in this specific section, kind of right around this ride. So we have a restaurant on each side of the area that, you know, our guests can go into and eat. Maybe gift shops, you know, things like that. And as I said in the last episode, one of the biggest problems I had was actually trying to get this all to connect up roof-wise, because the roofs are all at different levels, they are all at different angles, and they are behind other buildings that also have roofs at different levels and stuff, and you can kind of see that there a little bit. And it was a huge pain to get these to match up, but I think I did a pretty good job of it in the end, which you guys will see in the next few videos once I actually show off the whole area. I wanted to do something else here that I did in a couple episodes back. I think it might have been the last episode, where I created this little like spire looking thing using windows. But I had to do this one differently. I didn't want to do the exact same thing. So I think I used the same windows, but I used different pieces to kind of go in there. I'm yawning. I'm hiccuping. I'm yawning. I'm so tired, guys. I've only had about 4 hours of sleep, and I have been doing work stuff for my job. So I am getting into this in between my break before my actual class starts. Yeah, so for this one, the doors worked great. So what I did was I took these little doors and then I put them around it and moved them around each side there, and it looks great. Now, I was a little finicky trying to get the pieces to kind of all line up and everything, and I had to work with it quite a bit to get everything lined up, but yeah, still, it ended up being fantastic. I love this. I love doing these little spire window things too, especially in this park. I did it in Crystal Gardens, which is the new series that I've started here recently, which you guys really seem to like. Over 1,000 views already, and that has gotten me like a ton of new subscribers. I think I'm almost at 460 subscribers if I haven't hit it yet. So thank you guys so much for coming into this, and I hope all the new people that have been coming in are watching our Vista View series, going back, you know, maybe checking out some of the things we've done here. Now, at the end of this episode, I am also going to include a little view of the finished area right here on this side, and all of the right-hand side of the main street. I'm not going to show off the left side, but you will see the right-hand side, and, you know, being able to see this back part of this little village area too. And I hope you guys really enjoy that. I don't have a whole lot else to really say about this part, so I'm going to let my building do the talking, and then at the end it will go to a little like walkthrough, not walkthrough, but just kind of a little viewing of the finished section here. So that's going to be it from me on this episode. I will see you guys this weekend, and can't wait for another episode of Crystal Gardens, which I know you guys really love, so hopefully you will like the next episode as well as you liked the first episode. And I will see you then. I am out of here, and you will hear from me at the end of the video, I guess, because I did my little spotlight thing. But yeah, see you later, guys. Hey everyone, if you'd like to help support me and my channel, I have a Patreon page where you can do just that. You can pledge anything from $1 or more. Anyone who pledges $15 or more gets a unique, specially designed roller coaster and Planet Coaster made just for them. My little way of saying thanks. You can also just send donations as well if you don't want to join Patreon. And you can find those links in the video description below. Every tiny red cent I make from these means the world to me and is extremely helpful. If you're interested in my PC setup that I work with and play on that you see here, every piece of the system is described below with links to Amazon if you want to purchase them or anything else. Thanks for tuning in to my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click that on the screen below. And you can also check out a few of my other videos on the screen here as well. You can keep up to date on what's going on in my own little world via Twitter or watch me stream live on Twitch as well. Links are in the video description below. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.